morning here. Yeah, it's time to talk about it. Religion is it's just getting weird. There's a fella that painted some screens or shutters and used a cloth backdrop. Probably was using a spray gun, and he got all done, threw the drop cloth down, come back a couple years later, and lo and behold, there was a picture of Jesus on that drop cloth. Well, that really intrigued me. So I decided I was going to do a video, and I needed some pictures, a picture of Jesus to kind of dress the thing up. So I went on Google, which is my mainstay. I don't know who the hell Bing is, but I went to Google, and I Googled pictures of Jesus. I got 92 million hits. That's not pictures, that's hits. People that are selling Jesus pictures have got Jesus pictures and want to just talk about Jesus pictures. There's 92 million of them, so they've all got dozens and dozens and hundreds of pictures. It's billions of pictures. Now your Uncle Dave don't have all day to peruse these things, so I didn't look at all 92 billion sites with 600 trillion pictures of Jesus. I looked at a few. Now here is something that would astound an inquiring mind. They all look different. Why don't all those pictures of Jesus look like the exact same man? You try to make a wanted poster and he was like, oh, about, yeah, no, he's gone now. But the fact of the matter is, nobody knows what Jesus looked like. We don't have a photograph. We don't have a drawing. We don't have a painting. They used to draw buffaloes on the cave walls, which they used carbon from the fires, but no Jesus. So, if you take all those facts into consideration, nobody knows what Jesus looks like. But that man swears it's on his drop cloth. But they've also seen Jesus in some rust spots on the highway retaining wall, Jesus in a cheese sandwich, Jesus in some spilled chocolate ice cream. There's no end of pictures of Jesus, and I kind of compare it to the fact that every once in a while somebody will keep a library book for about 70 years and take it back, and that's front page news. Go figure. So, we don't know what Jesus looks like, but if they've got a picture of a man in a bed sheet with a beard, everybody's ready to swear that's Jesus. And if it happens to be a lady with a scarf on her head, that's Mother Mary. It's just a given. So you've got all these religious people going crazy over things like this, and then there's details down there in religion that need answered. Why is it that God sent Jesus down here to spread the word, and he just got into a little bitty tighter part of the world, and you've got all the rest of these countries and continents. Jesus never made it there. So you've got Hinduism and Screwdoism and Buddhism and all those isms. You've got the Muslims. Now we've got the Mormons. You know, they keep coming. Now we got the Scientologists and Tom Cruise. all these religions, and it seems like there'd be one religion. There's one God, one Jesus. Go to a little town. It shows up more in a little town than it does a big town, and start looking at the churches. And you've got all these different churches that claim that they are the pathway to eternal life. They know Jesus inside and out. But when it comes to the Baptists, they usually build 3 churches, trying to get it right. You know, let's get hooked up with Jesus. So then let's talk about the 10 Commandments, because the people, they go crazy. They're wanting to put the 10 Commandments on any flat surface they can find. And they think you're a heathen if you don't let them put them up, or if you argue against it. But which set of 10 Commandments are we going to put up? The Jews got one, the Catholics got one, and the Christians got one. They're almost alike, but they aren't. The Jews' commandments are real wordy. Then we go to the Catholic commandments. They're not so wordy, and a strange thing happened there in the Catholic commandments. But there's a lot of strange things happening in the Catholic Church, so why should we be surprised? But they took out one of the commandments. But so you wouldn't notice, they took another one and broke it in 2 commandments. So they took out the one that said, do not worship graven images. Now, some smart-ass Catholic priest said they did that because they make so much money selling statues. But, you know, we can't get agree on the 10 Commandments. In fact, they made them. I think they had to ask God for 3 different copies. They kept breaking them and losing them. And my God, that's a big, big-ass rock, and you lose that. Your car keys, I can understand. The 10 Commandments, not so much. So, you know, this religious stuff, and I mentioned the Catholics, and we just elected a pope. And why do men elect a pope? Why doesn't God anoint him from the heavens? Men are so fallible, and they get over there and they get in the little smoky cubby holes and drink a lot of wine and probably some JG too, and they vote on him. And what sort of special insight do they have that God doesn't? So there you got a pope that he's a good politician. That's about all it is. He's kind of like Ronald Reagan, the great communicator, and whoop, he's in. So there you go. That's church. That's all of it for you. And now, maybe I put some doubts in your mind. A question for you to test your religiosity. Did you get invited to Jesus' pool party? I'll bet you didn't. Suck on that. Well, I'm signing out of here. I give you folks something to think about, and just take it for what it's worth. That's it.